God damn, this probably was more than the podcast.
Keith Burgess.
Raw. Let's recover out loud. Oh, whoa, let's recover out loud. Oh, raw. I was on that crack cocaine. It had my world going wild. Time to ROL. I had to recover out loud. It don't matter if they LOL, laugh out loud. Ready laughing at me, had to make my mother proud. Gone off that fentanyl, opioids, world going wild. ROL, it's time to recover out loud. It don't matter if they LOL, laughing out loud. ROL, let's recover out loud.
Cup full of hen, nose full of fin, chest on my chin with a soul full of sin. Niggas serving me and grinning. Look at me now, broke them chains, spent the block and I'm winning. I can tell you how to shake it. You gotta want it, not need it, cause I can't make a nigga take it. I used to quit it every day. Take my ad to AA and hear none of them folks say. Start, stop. Fucking with that white block, gon' make your damn heart stop. You ever seen a man nod with his head so low, it ain't no way to see God?
Welcome to
Lost
Block
a
Talk
few
TV,
friends.
man. We have an artist in the building. Let me introduce my co-host, Miss Nia P.
What's up, y'all? Hey.
Man, this is my brother, man. We go back a long way, man. And this song is a song that he did with Boosie, but it's a song about recovery. It's a song about what a lot of people going through and don't know how to get out of. It's a hole that a lot of people fall in, jump in, and I really want to know, when was the first time that you went across the tracks and did that and did a hard drug? What made you accept doing it?
So that's foggy. That's foggy because it don't never start out that way. It started with what they call, gateways. And just like anybody that ever got hooked on something like heroin or fentanyl, it was pills first. You know what I'm saying? It was pills first. And man, they changed the game. One day the pills that I was looking for just wasn't around no more. And I tried one thing because somebody said it was gonna be the same effect. And when I was ready to be done, it wasn't done with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that happened. But I don't recall the first time, but it was probably right at 10 years ago. Okay. Yeah.
Now, is there ever a time that you look at the person that introduced you to something heavier and feel upset that you helped me get hooked on something that was stronger than I'm used to?
So, in the beginning, going through it, I used to have that type of resentment. I used to look at him like he was the devil because he already knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at a sick person, because now I understand he was a sick person. And once I began to heal, I had to tap into myself and say, look, Keith, if you was on the up and up, it don't matter what somebody would have offered you. If you would have been straight, you wouldn't have took it. So when I started to look within, then I was able to just forgive him. Because he probably didn't even know the resentment that I had in my heart for him. So yeah, it's stages where you probably will be like, or your mama or somebody that love you, they gonna be ready to blame the nigga that gave it to you.
Because I feel like that.
Yeah. But once you start healing, because see, the recovery part is my responsibility. The more I put off on somebody else, the less work I'm doing on myself. So once I started to, why the hell would you take something like that? What was going on with you in the first place to make you even, you know what I'm saying? So no, I don't, you know what I'm saying, think about it no more. But it was a point in time where I probably would have did some things that we wouldn't be sitting here right now.
I'm gonna tell you something, because I know you.
And I want to know what that recovery process looked like, too.
Yeah.
So dig deep up in there.
Okay, we can talk about it.
And I feel like I have an anger toward anybody that I feel like if you was tricked.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like it be people around you They feel like if I'm fucked up, I want you to be just as fucked up. And I think we never talk about how people will be in your life and want you just as fucked up as they is. And they come from drugs to financial. Some people want to share their hurt, but they won't share the victory because they don't live in the victorious state of mind. They don't have victories to share.
A lot of people don't make it out on the other side neither. That's like a wild moment. Like people, once you go deep up in there, a lot of people don't make it out.
Yeah.
I don't know too many.
In Memphis, we got it real bad. So for you to be able to come out of that hole and leave a blueprint and a map to say, man, I'm gonna show the rest of you how you can get out of it. Man, I salute you for that. Because a lot of people be going through it and they won't even share their story because they're embarrassed that it got them. But sometimes somebody got to stand up and say, man, I made it out. Let me show you how you can make it out as well.
Because when you're dealing with a drug addict or alcoholic, the only way for them to believe that they can make it out, they got to see it.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell them till you blue in the face.
That part.
But see, when you coming from a place of lived experience, they looking at me like, for one, my message going to hold a different depth and a different weight than anybody else.
That's right.
Even mama message.
That's
you know,
right.
even grandma, it don't matter because the folks that seen me getting high, the folks that seen me ODing, the folks that seen me buying the work, and now they see me now, they like, shit, if that nigga can do it, it might be possible.
I know that's right.
Because when you in the pits of hell, when you using the substance every single day, and every single day you wake up and say, this the last time I'm doing it, but by 10 o'clock you done it and say, fuck it, I'll start up again tomorrow. And when you look up in 5 or 10 years on one pass, damn. But then you see a nigga that was just getting high with you. You like, damn, I ain't seen Bird in about 6 months. So he show up. He got his shit together. He got a job. He got a car. His skin done cleared up. He's gay weight and gay. You're like, damn. If he can do it, I just might be able to. You got to be a living proof. See, that's all the testimony is. People think the testimony a lot of times showing up and saying a lot. Testimony is simple.
Come on,
testimony is this. If this happened, then something else must be true. That's all the testimony is. Testimony is walking proof. I ain't gotta say nothing. The fact that I'm showing up,
it's evidence.
They know something bigger than me is out here. They know that. Cause I'm telling you, man, when you own it, nobody wants to be a junkie. Every junkie you ever met in your life want to stop it, but they don't have a clue how, or they just don't. They cannot imagine life without it. Because a lot of us know more about being high than we know about being sober. Even me, I know more about being high than being sober. I've only been clean 2 years.
Wow.
So I can tell you more about getting high than I can tell you about living this way. That's why they say take this shit a day at a time.
How long was you?
A little over 7 years.
Okay.
The first 5 years it was straight opioids, fentanyl. The last 2 years was crack cocaine, crystal meth.
Wow.
A whole lot of it.
Wow.
To the point of, man.
How you climb out that pit?
Man. The first thing was this. I'm gonna be honest. It wasn't no overnight thing.
I can imagine.
I went to either 4 or 5 different rehabs. Sometimes I left. Sometimes I stayed and finished. Sometimes I really went with the mindset of when I leave, I'm not doing this shit no more. Sometimes I knew when I leave, I'm gonna go get high. But when the pain, like I was telling Marlo before we started, it's all about your pain tolerance. If you can take unbearable pain, if your pain tolerance, emotionally, spiritually, is unbreakable, you can stay out there a lot longer than me. I got tired of hurting. And I never lost full sight of who I was before I started getting high. I always wanted to get back to him.
That makes sense.
I wanted to get back to him, and I finally just threw my hands up and said, you know what? I don't know how I got myself into this. Because he was just having fun until it wasn't fun no more. That's all it was. That's why when Marlo asked me when was the first time, I don't remember the first time, but I remember the last time. The reason I remember the last time is because somebody told me if you forget the last time, it might not be your last time. I ain't never forgot the last time. Last time I was in Clyville, McDonald's parking lot with nothing. The only thing I had was a phone. I was sleeping in McDonald's because I could use a Wi-Fi. And the girl I was with, baby girl said you can't come. She had took all she could take. She said you can't come here no more. And I didn't want to sleep on Lamar no more. I didn't want to sleep in South Memphis no more because people knew my car. And they knew, because I didn't start out a junkie. I came in with bread. So a lot of people still thought I was having money. Them niggas would rob me and kill me thinking I got some. I ain't even got nothing but enough money for dope now. So I started going to Colleyville and sleeping in McDonald's parking lot. And one day, I said, look, it's over. This part, I don't share a lot because a lot of people follow me for recovery. But the last time I got clean, I did not go to rehab. And I don't want people trying to do it that way because it's dangerous.
Yeah.
But this is the reason why.
What work for you won't work for a lot
And this
of
is the
people.
reason why. For one, I had already gone to so many, I collected knowledge over the years. I had already had the tools.
Yeah.
But for two, at the end of my addiction, I was coming off of crack and crystal meth. That's not an opioid. I wasn't physically dependent on nothing. I just had a mental obsession that had me craving this drug like nothing else. So when you quit fentanyl, you quit opioids, you get sick. You diarrhea, you throwing up, you feel like you dying.
It's like withdrawals.
It's withdrawals. But with methamphetamines and cocaine and crack, you don't have that. You just want it bad as hell. So you don't need medical attention. You just get up and if you fight it. But see, I didn't just stay at home and white knuckle it either though. I joined what's called an IOP. It's an intensive outpatient. So I went somewhere damn near every day, but I didn't live there. And I didn't have medicals. All I had to do was detox. Because the first day I went, they said, you still got dope in your system, you can't come here. And then I begged the lady, because I had met her before. I said, listen, I have not done no dope. If you don't let me in here, I don't know if I can stay sober another day. Because by then, I had learned the power of the groups. I had learned the power of having a support system. I needed to be around some people that knew they understood.
Right.
Because my mama didn't understand. My mama wanted me to quit bad, but she didn't understand. Nobody understands unless you've been there. Because when you say, I don't want to do this, the average person going to say, well, shit, stop. Man, I can't.
It ain't that easy.
Man, it ain't that easy. It ain't that easy.
And the crazy part about it, man, throughout the years, and like, you know, I've been with you, and your brother passed from the same demon. And for years, your brother was like a comedy genius to me. And I was finally in a position when I was promoted at Chuckles Comedy Club where I would put him on stage. And I had found your brother a guy that was going to take him on the road.
Yeah.
And he just stopped coming around. And I know your brother was hustling, so I thought, man, maybe the dope selling so good right now, he'll get back with me. But I never seen him again until I heard that he passed.
So this the thing with addiction, is especially when you get to a certain level of it, because there's levels to it. When you get to a certain level, one of the main things you're gonna do is distance yourself from anybody who knows you and the true essence of you, because it's a shameful disease.
Yeah.
It's guilt and it's shame. It's
right.
pity. It's a pity party all day. People that really know you, you got to get away from them. Because they can call you out on your shit. They can look at you and say something ain't right. But niggas that meet you on the street, they don't even know something ain't right. They just think this you. That's all they know. So yeah, if he stopped coming around, that's why. Because I done it, and most addicts do. When you see people walking up and down the street talking to themselves, now, man, them folks got family and friends too.
Right.
They had wives at some point, husbands at some point, but you don't see them. Why? Because they getting the hell away from anybody who ever really knew them.
They avoiding that accountability.
Man, for sure. And it's embarrassing, man. You show up looking crazy, clothes ain't been changed, teeth ain't been brushed. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah, so he probably did stop coming around.
Because me and him, we used to be just checking.
Because hell, we stopped going around our own family. Me and him was still together, but when we stopped going around a lot of folks. It was just me and him. Just me and him.
So did his passing have an effect on you saying, man, I'm done? Or is the drug so strong, getting high, maybe mentally you use that to get through that?
So when my brother passed, I had been clean for a very short amount of time, but not recovering. I had put the dope down, said I ain't doing it no more, but I think I was doing little stuff, maybe taking an Adderall here, or taking a 4-bar here. So let me rephrase. I wasn't clean, but I wasn't on fentanyl or heroin. I wasn't on it. So when he passed, I didn't have the tools
to help him.
Well, to not only not help him, but not even help myself.
Right.
So it wasn't long after till I was back in full blown. I was sober. I remember being sober for his funeral, but I was not sober for a stretch. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I was off to the races. And it got even worse because I don't even think when my brother passed, I didn't even start smoking crack yet. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it got way worse.
So like did you wean yourself off by going to like a lighter drug, or like how did that happen? How did you just come?
Man, you know what?
Because I know it went stone cold.
The thing about these drugs is it ain't no weaning. Either you own it or you off. Even when I try to help people now and they say stuff like, "Well, I don't get high like I used to."
Yeah.
But it ain't even bad like it was. It don't even do it like that, man. It ain't. Listen, man. Addiction don't get better.
Yeah.
It get worse, never better.
And you know what I heard at Gangsta Blues funeral?
Yeah.
Because I was with her the night she passed. You know, we was at MJG's New Year's Eve party, and she was there. And I had a guy tell me, he was like, man, you just your body got to be strong enough to handle that. And I said, bruh, how do you get your what do you go to work out to get your body strong
build
enough?
that, yeah.
I said, bro, you just got to get off of it, man. He said,
man, look, man.
but you know,
you hear it all, bro. Yeah. We had a dude we used to call the Master, and we called him that because he used to do 3-4 different dopes from 3-4 different guys, and everybody would be ODing except him. And we were like, damn, this thing ain't ODing. Man, this man had some dope so strong. One day we went to his house. He had 3 little dots on the table. He said, this dope here is free if you can do it and get out the dope. Man, it was already 4 or 5 bodies in the floor.
Wow.
Damn.
Here go my ignorant ass. I wake up, all my belt loops tore up because they've been trying to pick me up from my damn pants.
Wow.
I ain't make it out the door either. I woke up, you know what he said? That'd be $20.
Damn.
Wow. So
How
for
long
my
was you sleep?
viewers that's watching, we got Keith Burgess
Man,
in the
I have
building,
no idea
the
how
one that
long I
went
was
viral for giving his friend the
said,
flowers,
"Free if you-
and he
you
talking
get
about
out the
his
door."
addiction. So if y'all got
can hit
questions,
him and
ask
get
me
out
the
the door.
questions, and I'm asking.
Man, it'd be $20. Yeah. And all I got is the 20 because them folks, they didn't went in my pocket while I was asleep anyway.
Wow.
Hey, I'm probably pay for that though 3-4 times.
My Lord.
Hey, I'm probably pay for that though 3-4 times, man.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
And then think about it, man. My personality is so over the top sometimes, and I feel like if I just talk so bad to a nigga about it, maybe I'll make that nigga stop. I'll prevent somebody. But what tends to happen sometimes is I'm just gonna irritate the fuck out of a nigga who ain't finna stop doing the dope.
Yeah.
Because my mind be like, if I say something so crazy about it, maybe he'll be like, damn, I gotta stop it. Marlo feel like that. But sometimes they be like, man, just fuck Marlo, man. I'm finna do this dope.
So on the other side of the fence, by you knowing somebody with that point of view, like how you feel about that? What you say back to that? Somebody that's basically gonna beat you up about what you're doing.
The things that happen on the street while trying to maintain an addiction. It's bottom of the barrel. Hey man, pull up my bill in 5 minutes, man. You know what? I ain't even come. You got to come over here. The things that happen to women. Oh man, because women have it way worse out there than men. The BS dope. Sometimes, man, you might be sick going through withdrawal. It don't matter, and somebody bring you something that ain't even real dope. It might be cake mix. It might be whey protein. It might be the things that happen to you out there in addiction. No man can say words that amount up to it. That stuff Marlo saying to them folks, it probably aggravate them for a split second, but it ain't gonna be enough to get them off of because they seen so.
I just done made them mad.
Yeah,
you done pissed them off.
That's gonna drive them back to need to get home.
They don't gotta hear it no more.
Yeah.
But they on the way to get the dope. Soon as they unfriend your ass, I know I would be.
You done stressed them out. Now
Yeah,
they
you
feel
gonna-
like
you gonna
they
make me
need
go
to
get
get high.
some.
That
Yeah.
part. So what's the root of getting on drugs? Like, is this something that you just wanted to try, or was it a trauma or something behind it that you wanted to suppress and escape away from?
So I'm still doing work on myself, right? So I'm still digging. I'm still looking for some stuff.
Okay.
But this is what I know.
I love that.
Yeah, this is what I know. It was something wrong. I didn't want to feel. And the plainest way I can say this is people liked me more than I liked me. I remember a lady told me one day, she said, Keith, if you saw yourself the way that I see you, you'll never do drugs again. But at the time, I didn't see myself like that. I do know this. There's always an underlining issue. No one, anytime you put anything in your body that change the way that you feel, it's because you don't like the way that you feel. Who wants to? You're not gonna go paint your living room if you like the color of the living room. You see what I'm saying? So if you try to change something,
something's there.
It's something there.
So I mean, what can we say to try to strengthen our young people, young men and women, to strengthen them to be able to have a natural defense to say, no, I'm cool.
We got to be proactive on tools. Yeah. We got to be proactive on giving these folks the tools. You can't. So often we wait until there's a problem to say, well, this is what you do if you know life gonna happen. You know what? Gonna start giving them the tools. Like, man, I'm gonna stop. Look, I believe in therapy before you need therapy now.
That part.
I had therapy today before I came here at 5 o'clock.
That part.
And that's
something
we don't have.
I feel like everybody needs therapy. Even if you healthy in the mind, you want to maintain that healthiness. So you need to go.
And from a woman's perspective, I really feel like, man, sometimes how do we find therapy in the women we date, and sometimes how do we talk to those women to help them get through dealing with a man that's going through this, if she's in love or she like him or she's trying to help him. What do we say to women to try to empower them to deal with this man that they dealing with is going through this?
I feel like if a woman was dealing with this, I don't mean to cut you off, but I feel like if a woman was dealing with this, she gonna have to draw strength from God, for real, because this is a tough cookie. Like, this is a tough situation. I'm gonna need that, because that's the source of power right there. You see what I'm saying? So I gotta draw strength from that, because I can imagine it being draining. You end up being on E, but you gotta start off with grace and love every single day. Like, come from a standpoint, if this was me. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Just in case it's a woman that watched this, because it will be a woman watching this, dealing with a man that's going through it. Get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of there. Get the hell out of there, fam. I'm going to tell you why. The odds are against him. It's more likely that he won't recover than he will. You don't have it. You're not capable of giving him what he needs. Why? Because he ain't even capable of it right now. The odds are against him. It's simple as that. And when you attach yourself to an addict, you stand to lose everything that you have. Because we selfish. We can get aggressive. We gotta break you down because we don't love ourselves. Ain't no way I can love somebody else and don't love myself.
That part.
But
makes sense.
Not loving yourself, because it's people that don't have addictions that don't love themselves. But you pair that with some stuff we talking about, it's too dangerous. You risking your life every day. Even man, I used to hallucinate so bad.
And I wanted to get into that.
Okay.
But like you were saying with the women, like, get up out of there. Even if it's a family member, a sibling, or a mom or aunt, like,
if it's a family member, sibling, mom or aunt, the best thing they can do is have a mainline attachment to somebody like me or somebody else that's in recovery that they can bridge together.
Okay.
But and unless that parent is in recovery too, they have to get the message from someone that they know has been where they are. Because if not, they're gonna always have it.
You don't know. You don't feel me. You don't understand.
Yeah.
They're gonna use it as a defense to kind of shut you down.
And not only that, I don't have the tools. I can pray for you. I can love on you, but I don't have the tools.
But I say this: when the student ready, the teacher pray anyway. So if they ain't found what it is they need, they ain't ready. They ain't looking. Man, do you know how many times I have to get people off my phone to call? My son, my child, my boyfriend, he ready. He say he ready. Well, why the hell ain't he on the phone?
Ooh, this my favorite one.
Why he ain't calling me? Why am I talking to you? Somebody, he ready. Unless you finna say, hold on, he right here. Because I understand that initial first call is tough.
Yeah.
But if it's days or if I'm calling, well, did you call him? See, when I first started the movement, I was overwhelmed because any number I call. But now, as I started dealing with different mentors and sponsors, they say, keep listening. You give them your number and you wait on them to call you. You can't call the whole damn city.
Fact.
If somebody want it, they gonna call you. And sometimes they do and sometimes they don't.
They gotta search for help the same way they search for the dope.
You gotta put the same effort in your recovery as you did getting high, bro. Yeah. You got to, bro.
That's good.
It's the only way it's gonna work. It's the only way it's gonna work because it's work. You know, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like some people say, you make it look. I make it look easy. It's work. Don't think you think you can forget about a crack rock.
And everybody not willing to do that hard
Man,
work.
You ain't gonna
That's
forget
why
about no crack rock. You done already smoked it. You will never forget.
That's why statistics is slim to none, because everybody not willing to do that work. And that's why I'm saying, like, you really a success story, because I done seen, like, out North Memphis. I don't know if y'all familiar with Mission Heights area. I done seen folks crawl up in the backseat of a car and just sit there and die right in front of our eyes. Like, they shooting basketball, slumped over, asked you for a cup of water, crawled in the back of somebody else's car and died. Girl, I know people who done been laced, died. A couple people I done went to school with, laced, died. Like one girl, I called my little sister in high school, gone, fentanyl.
I feel like the lack of God in people's life. I think there is a supplement that people are trying to replace the joy of God with these drugs, and
absolutely,
you can never get the joy God's going to give you in any substance. And I just feel people is such a drought on love. People want to be loved so bad they're willing to do anything to get that feeling of joy. In these supplements, but man, these people don't. I got a drug dealer partner who stopped selling drugs because he didn't want to sell fentanyl, because he didn't want to kill people. But he said, my drugs are so clean compared to what they want. They won't even buy my dope because it won't kill them.
Now,
and I said, golly.
Before I go here, Keith, what is your faith rooted in? Before I go here, what you believe in?
What do I believe in? I mean, I believe in God.
You believe in Jesus?
Yeah, I believe in Jesus.
Okay,
yeah,
so
for sure.
Now I want to ask you, can you speak to that? Because like what Marlo was saying, it's the lack of God that people is missing that makes them want to chase after this. And this remind me of it's a story in the Bible where Jesus had met the woman at the well. You know, and he told her, like, you had 5 women and all this type of stuff, like, you thirsty because you got to drink from this well. You see what I'm saying? You gonna keep chasing after this until you really find me. So I want you to speak to that. When Marlo said that's what they lacking, can you attest to that or what?
So I say this. My recovery, let me go back. When I first started using, there 100% was a disconnect between me and my higher power. 100%. It was a disconnect. I was in that phase of, I don't know if y'all remember when everybody, it seemed like at some point in my life, everybody around me was questioning, is he real? Is he, you know, it's like it was a thing.
Yeah.
Like it became okay to publicly say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which I'm not shunning it, because it, in hindsight, I guess it was setting me up, because I was shown that it was real. Because,
and you got to get back to what way?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. It's no way I did this on my own. Did I do some work? No. Absolutely. But the mental obsession, even the desire, the will, had to come from something else, from something bigger than me. And to do it consistently, day in and day out for, I don't know, 700 some days now, it had to come from something bigger than me. Because I tried it on my own for so long. Even
your way didn't work.
No, my way almost killed me. My way almost killed me.
Now, the woman that you was in a relationship with, do you see her? Do you speak to her, or she's just gone? So, I had 3 major relationships during my addiction. All of us still cool, cordial. The last one, I still deal with her. Yeah. I guess she like, I invested too much.
I know that's right.
What I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right.
Like, yeah, she
ain't nobody else about to get the fruit of my labor.
Yeah, because even when we had issues, she like, hey, look, you know what I'm saying?
What you said, somebody who dealing with that, get up out of there. She said, tell that to somebody else, baby.
Yeah, so
I didn't invest it too much. I know that's right.
Man, I'm so proud of you, man. But it's another video that you got that's been going viral again. I don't know if we have it up. We have it up now. That's the video where you gave flowers to somebody, to another brother, to another man, somebody that's been there for you.
Yeah.
And really, the flowers was a physical, symbolic form of, man, this is how much you helped me. Let me give you the flowers that we speak of in words, because let me give you real flowers to show you, man, I appreciate what you done for me.
Yeah.
How did that, I mean, that video went stupid viral. How did that video affect other people who feel like, you know what, as men in our culture, we have a terrible, we do a terrible job saying we love each other.
Yeah.
We have a problem with it.
So, for one, it was a lot of people saying, man, I want some flowers. Like, a couple of them probably be joking, but they be real, man, ain't never buy me no flowers, you know what I'm saying? So they want their flowers. A couple of my homegirls said, I'm finna go buy my man some flowers just because I seen, cause, you know, it was mixed emotions behind it. It was more good than bad. More people saying, hey, look, we need more of this. I'm gonna tell you something. The number one trending comment that I saw on my viral post, when other people took it and it went viral from their platforms, the number one trending comment was, we need more of this.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's all I kept seeing. Some people understood the gesture. And I ain't really, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't influenced by what was being said on the internet when people were saying stuff like, oh man, that's gay. Because like, did you miss the whole damn video?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I give people, you know, I give people, you know what I'm saying, rights to their own opinions and stuff. So it was all love with me.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, man, a lot of times, man, we have been, man, we so aggressive and hateful toward one another.
Yeah.
Like, I wake up every morning sometimes, and some mornings I be like, are we ready to love each other yet? I like, how we still doing detrimental things to one another where we just can't be. I asked my partner the other day, how many black people can get in a room before the fight starts?
Yeah.
Like, it seems like it's a certain number. Like, if you got 5, if the number 6, at 5, everybody cool. When 6 get in, nigga, we gang banging and killing. I mean, like, at what number? It's just like it's a magic number when we get together. We can't just show love. We just, what's happening to our people? Like, how do we get back to?
And I want you to
appreciating one
speak to
another?
my opinion too, because like I said, I agree 1,000%. Men need to be more vulnerable. They need to, it's a softness up in there. Everything I got to be rah. You know, I think we need to love each other. I for sure think more than that. But speak to my opinion, because I was told, like, girl, you conditioned. You just, y'all just think that. And I want to say gay. I know what homosexuality is. There's men on men, women on women. So I would not say that. I just said I did not agree with it. Like, as for me and my household, if my husband say, hey, so-and-so having a hard time, he done lost somebody, I want to go buy him some flowers, I tell him, babe, go get him a hat or a hoodie or something. Give him a gift card. Or even my son, if he came home from school, like little Josiah just lost somebody and I want to get him some flowers. I'd be like, no, baby, we can go get him something else.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's the way we just wired, but you know when people say get them they flowers, I just wasn't thinking literal flowers. I would think get them they recognition, acknowledge them. Don't wait till they gone over they casted like, oh, this was a good dude. You see what I'm saying? Like,
You ever been to a funeral and at the end people go up to the flowers that were sent like by the family and they take the roses and they walk to the casket and they drop it. It's okay then. But it ain't okay for me to put them in a rubber band and bring them to you while you still here.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's
If your husband walked up to that casket and dropped them flowers, would you say, baby, that ain't?
There's a man in the back.
Because it's tradition. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I think a lot of it play a part in the era that we in. You see what I'm saying? A lot of
it could be because so many men are going.
And then I just like me and my husband. We just train our boys to be masculine boys. Open the door for women just to be masculine, and certain stuff just don't align with how we. You see, right? Because this just the era that we in.
I understand what you're saying, but if you look at a 1970s CD, the men had tight pants, ass tight.
I don't agree with that either.
But at the time, just the thing, it was masculine because we doing this for the ladies. But I'm telling you what happened. So many men do it for the wrong reason. Yeah. That you can't. Men used to wear tight jeans and bell bottoms and shirt down with the chest hair showing, flowery shirt. But we never questioned them because men was men at the time. So now because men aren't as manly as we used to be. You have to question every move. So because of the era we in, when you see flowers, like, oh shit.
And I done created
if you know the people, you know what it is. But
I done created so many. I done created so many scenarios. Like even my son, you know, little boys, they love pulling up flowers up out of the grass and come bringing it to mama or come. If I seen them pulling up and go give it to another little boy, I'm like, come on, baby, we gotta talk.
Yeah, I ain't picking no flowers. But let me say this though.
And then it's the getting a bouquet of flowers and smelling them. Like I don't know.
Now if I'd hand them to my, partner, he would.
You got to help me out, man.
Let me give you a little context though. Mm-hmm. I remember vividly the text messages that he sent me that I spoke on in the video. Mm-hmm. So it was like this.
And I love everything you said.
Cause it was like this. He at that time witnessed me battling, coming in and out, clean, back and forth. Mm-hmm. So if he hit me up, he don't know I done started back getting high. He just, hey, like, what's up, bro? Because I remember the message. It was simple. It was like, bro, what you got going? And I was so guilty, so shameful. I responded by saying, man, ain't nothing. Slipping back into my old ways. At the time, I was cooking work. And I'm like, man, I just said this. Mm-hmm. But when he said,
your spirit really wanted help.
And he said, bro, man, you too much of a good nigga for that. I sat back in my closet and I smoked what I was gonna smoke. But he didn't know at the time when he reached out to me. But and see, during my addiction, it's so many cloudy thoughts. It's so much that I don't recall happening. So for that to stick with me, and now this is a transparent moment I'll share with y'all. I have been I checked on him after his mama passed, like a few months after. I went to him, I took him something to eat, sat over there with him, and I wanted to talk to him about what was going on, but the man looked so crushed. I said, we just gonna eat this food. I ain't bringing up nothing about his mama. Mm. And we ate, and I left. A year or so later, I said, man, I want to do something for him. I want to publicly lift him up. Because he was there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And not to say he was the only person, a lot of people was there. But my spirit moved me in that direction. Mm-hmm. And I kept putting it off. The spirit told me, hey, listen, I gave you specific instructions on what this man needs. This ain't even about you. This is what I need you to do. And if you don't, it's going to be consequences.
Wow.
I said, man, my gal will tell you, I told her 7-8 months ago I was going to take King some flowers. And I never would do it. And so when I did it, I realized, okay, this wasn't about me or him at this moment.
It's what we all as a culture needed.
It's what the culture needed.
Wow.
And I just...
So somebody to break the ice.
Man, that just hit me.
Love we got in our
that just hit me just sitting right here.
And in that case, it ain't nothing to argue about. It ain't nothing to debate about. Yep. It's you lead in the direction that the spirit tell you to go. And it just is what it is.
When it comes to men, from a woman's point of view, women used to be our piece, and it's not that the women not doing it and not performing.
They not doing it.
Sometimes we're not loving the women or energizing them to be the piece we need. Mm-hmm. So we done drained you and put you through, and then come back home. How can you be the piece for me when I took all your pieces and broke you apart? So we ain't got to do a better job.
I'm gonna tell you how I feel like. Move how you gonna move regardless of how somebody else moving. I can't move based on how, if you do this, then I do this. I can't do it like that. That's why I said it's important for us to draw our strength from God. I ain't got to depend on you, because you can be on E, and when you on E, I got to try to gas you up, but I'm gassing you up off the power that I done got from Him. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think that, oh, love me, so you know, we got to stay grounded. You can't depend on that from no other human being. If you get it, praise God, but you can't depend on it.
I don't know. I feel like see, it's phrases that we use that I disagree with in the world. Like when they say, man, the world don't owe you nothing. And I say, man, that's a lie. I tell my son all the time, if anybody around you, they owe you something. Like I owe you to be, if you can call me 2 o'clock in the morning, you got a flat tire, I owe you that to get up. There's things we owe each other, and see, if nobody pays anybody the things that we owe each other, then we find ourselves empty because we ain't getting paid out of. I'm talking about love, affection, attention. We're not paying each other the things that we need to be real strong humans on this earth. So when we have these phrases, it hurt us.
I feel like we all commanded to love. I ain't got to like you, but we commanded to love. You see what I'm saying? But I feel like we should lower our expectations too, because then you just signing up for disappointment, because not all the time it's gonna go like that.
Well, the thing about it is, that's true, but we don't even love properly.
Nah, not at all.
And I think a lot of times we require things like, if you do this, then I love you. And you're right about that.
Yeah.
God didn't. We supposed to love genuinely.
Yeah.
So there's a basis of love we supposed to be giving one another.
That's a command.
And
that's an obligation.
It's an obligation.
That part.
And so I think that things when we're so unloved as a people, it gives drugs and demons and spirits opportunities to seek into to get into your body in places love should have been. Mm-hmm. It's hard for a demon to enter a body that God is already in. So I have to love you and fill you with whatever spirit that God gave me. That way you can be armed, and there's no space for the drug in you. There's no space for the negativity if I can fill you with love. And we have a real problem filling each other with love, because we have this attitude of no love. Why are we on demon time? Mm-hmm. And all those things causes us to have those openings for opioids and drugs to fulfill us, because we want to feel something on this earth.
It's definitely a void trying to be filled.
Yeah.
A lot of times we don't even know what the void is. It's something in us that we know we're missing, and we like, maybe this will do it. And the temporary relief can sometimes cause some permanent outcomes. I mean, whether it's death, whether it's health issue, whatever it is, or maybe it just robs you of like it did me of 7 years of your life. You know what I'm saying? But the part that I want to make sure I let folks know, like, just look at it. Just look at it. If you dealing with anything like that, look at that void and be real with yourself. And if you real with yourself, you'll be able to say the void still ain't filled. It still ain't filled. You can spend thousands of dollars, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars on whatever, and the void's still there.
Mm-hmm. How much you think you spent in a 7-year period?
When I started, let's just say this, over $250,000.
Damn. Wow.
Probably a little shy of $500,000.
Wow.
When I started, I was already.
You was up when you started. You had money when you started too.
Come on, man. And I was never broke until probably the last year.
I want you to get to a a paranoid or hallucination that you done had. What kind of stories you done had like that?
So the worst hallucination, I'm gonna give y'all a couple.
Okay.
One of the worst ones, I was in my house. I had been up at this point probably like right at 3 days. I had started smoking, using crystal meth then. And what happened is, I thought I heard somebody in the driveway. Couldn't have paid me to believe that they wasn't there. And I went and I grabbed my AK. I turned the lights off because I'm thinking they finna come in the house, and if they come in, I know the house better than them.
Right.
But what happened is, I flinched and I something like went past my face. I don't know what it was. Mama say demon, spirit, whatever. But I pulled the trigger on my gun. And when I pulled the trigger, it put me in full flight mode. When I pulled the trigger once, it shot the flow. I shot again. Boom, boom, boom. So now I'm shooting the TVs out the wall, the windows falling out the house, everything.
Was anybody in the house with you?
I'm finna get to it.
Okay.
I run out of bullets, and I start swinging the gun. Boom, I'm just hitting shit. And it's quiet. I ran out of bullets. I'm sitting there. I'm quiet, and a piece of glass fell out the window, and I thought somebody was coming in. And I ran, and that's how I did this. I hit the wall so hard, I broke my whole shoulder. Wow. I had to get the whole thing replaced. All this is metal.
Oh wow!
But when that happened, I picked the phone up and called 911, and I said, "Hey, look, I shot some niggas. Some niggas shot me. They in here. They dead. Get here quick." And the lady said, "Is anybody in the house with you?" And I just started hollering my dad's name because I kind of snapped out of it. And my daddy walked in the room on all fours. And he said, son, what's going on in here? He on the phone with my mama. Like, keep having a shootout. Because I done been in shootout, so he thinking it's real. My mama like, man, that boy done went crazy. Ain't nobody in that house. I don't know how my mama knew. She wasn't even there and she knew I had lost it. And my daddy said, I said, Pops, where your gun at? He said, it's in the car. You need another gun? And I said, Pops, I'm out of bullets. He said, all right, son. He came, he either took the gun away from me. He said, let's just go in here and hide. We went and got in his closet. Next thing I know, Sheriff, because now I called the police, so I'm waiting on them anyway. I'm like, hurry up and get here before these niggas get away. Man, all I hear is boom, boom. They trying to kick the door in. The door didn't come open. They come through the windows. Man, they come in there, they come in the closet. They like, y'all like, I tell them what happened. They say, hey, man, unless whoever came in here and robbed you and you been shooting it, unless they locked the door on the way out, ain't nobody... Yeah. He said, man, ain't nobody been in here, man. I said, man, nah, they here. So, boom, they put me out.
It's the boat lock.
So they take me out and put me on the stretcher. They put me up in the ambulance. My mama done made it by now. We on Germantown Parkway. She coming from Hatch Cross. She get there. Man, the back of the ambulance open up. I pop my head up. I like, mama. I said, I got him, mama. Your son wasn't going. I said, I got him. And I said, I know you see me. I know I'm shot. I said, but you need to see them niggas. They worse than me. So my mama don't respond, though. And she look at me, and she's kind of give me that look. And I said, damn. So look, I bust out and tell the paramedic, man, y'all don't let them get you. They coming. But they believe in me, though. My mama like, man, you know what I'm saying? Man, if I took me to the hospital, brought me an iPad with a lady in a white jacket and said, based on how you answer these questions, determine your future. But I really thought it was real.
And you could have killed your father.
Man, they came to me, they said, listen, they said, we're going to canvass the neighborhood. A lot of your bullets went out the window.
Shit.
They done hit somebody, your life over.
Jesus.
And if they ain't, we'll go from there. And they just took it as... I'm gonna tell you what Angel really was with me that night. A couple of the police, one in particular, was really close to the family, and I believe his judgment. Cause I remember it was something like, "Look, we gonna treat this case just like we treat them white boys' case when they go crazy."
It wasn't who no names. It wasn't who we went to New Orleans with. Was.
Nah. Somebody a little higher ranking, and it was about it, but. I deserve to be treated that way because it was a psychotic episode.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't just throw me under the jail. Let me go get some help. Yeah, I need some help, nigga. I'm fucked up. Yeah. One more story.
You done beat the odds.
I'm riding down Lamar. When I used to get high, I used to be scared to either OD or go crazy by myself. So I used to go down Lamar with $150, $200. You got $200, you can get you about 3 girls at one time with that. Yeah, it was cheap.
Yeah,
I pull up.
$40.
I've heard.
Yeah. Hey, I pull up a couple $100. Might pick up 3 of them.
Have you some company?
Have me some company. Nobody wants to do drugs by themselves. So, man, I'm in this car with this girl, and I jumped, and I said, "What was that?" She like, "Look, I heard that you that dude that be going crazy." She like, "Don't start. Don't start." I said, "No, it was something." She like, "Ain't nobody in here. We in the car." Well, I dropped 2 of them out. Me and the one ride, man, we get to this gas station, we get out. Man, I saw a reflection. I done jumped out the car. When I jump out the car, I run up to somebody and say, "Hey, look, somebody chasing me, somebody chasing me." Dude, I'm like, "Get away from my car, get my car." I go down the turn lane and I'm pulling on the door handles from these 18-wheelers.
Damn.
I'm knocking on them. I'm trying to get on them. One come open. When it come open, I get in and get in the back. Man, as soon as I sit on the floor, I'm like, go, somebody chasing the... Man, so I just thought, boom, my nigga just started hitting me in the back of my head. It's a nigga in the bunk. Bro, I didn't even know nobody was in there other than the driver.
You know that niggas always say, "God damn, a dick lizard."
Man, listen, so the man get to swinging on me so much, he done and knocked me out. So look, so I'm like, bro, chill. They on the truck. No. So he started driving. So he started driving. When the driver started driving, I'm like, okay, they believe me. Man, we going out of the mall. We get on 240. Man, all of a sudden the truck stopped.
I see blue lights. I'm like, yes, help her. Man, bro, the truck door open, the driver jump out, the truck door open. Police come on. I'm like, thank you, man. As soon as I say thank you, he fouled me in the mouth. That might hit me in my face so hard.
This sound like something out of a movie.
But, and I'm thinking he there to help me. He like, so they grabbed me to throw me in the police car, and I'm looking up in the tree. I got my head on the window, I'm looking in the tree. And I said, man, somebody in them trees. That man said, he got a record of doing this. By then, they didn't figure it out. This the nigga that be going crazy, but them both instances, I could have either killed somebody or got myself killed.
That's wow.
That's why I tell people, man, when you dealing with somebody with addiction, it's not only dangerous because of what they can do to them or do to you. What somebody do something to you, man. Cause them folks didn't know what I was on. All they know is I'm jumping on their truck. Only thing saved me them was some Spanish, some Mexicans that, you know what I'm saying, they was just trying to make an honest living driving. Right. You know, I jumped on the wrong nigga truck and been done. Cause the first dude I ran up on told me he was finna kill me. That when I ran, I said, I'm gonna try somebody.
You believed him?
Yeah, I believed him. He said, my mother and gal me, you on that old dumb ass shit. Cause he seen me jump out my car, so he already knew. Yep.
So look, I don't remember or recall what I was watching. It might have been a podcast or something. Yeah. But somebody said when you get high, it's like you enter a spiritual realm illegally, and like devils, demons, they just had their way with you. Do you really feel like you was hallucinating, or it was something there?
Nah, it was definitely deeper than just a hallucination.
Yeah, it was.
The reason I know that is because I felt stuff.
Yes.
Like when I said something went past me, I felt it.
You know, and people not this deep. That's why I said
let me tell you something. I left out a vital part of this story when I was shooting up the house with my dad.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I feel like we don't speak in depth because our audience they don't comprehend. No, I'm finna go deep. Let me give you this part. So please go deep.
When I called 911 and told the lady, this is what I told her. I said, look, I've been shot in my head and I've been shot in my chest twice. That's what I told her. She said, huh? I said, yeah. I said, I'm about to die. And I started saying, she said, help her be there. I said, hallelujah. Like, they said I holler hallelujah like 20 times.
The highest praise.
Because this is just my belief. I believe if I hadn't, like something was trying to take possession of me. It had me so down, so bad, so long and couldn't kill me. It was trying to figure out a way. But because I was so connected, whether if it was from a childhood, because I had that fundamental aspect, even though I had turned my back on God, he hadn't turned his back on me. So it was still there. And because I knew who to call on at that time, I don't believe I would be here if that didn't happen.
Wow.
Because the things that was happening to me that day, I felt them in the physical. Whatever went past my face and made me pull that trigger, I thought someone was really there. Do you know I told this same story for 3 days in the hospital before I was calm enough to realize that it never happened? It went on that long. I told that story. Every time somebody came in the hospital, it's my room, which was just nursing, I kept telling them the same story. I had family and friends that worked at the hospital, head of nurses, head of pharmacy, because I was under arrest. So couldn't nobody come in there to visit. But these people came and they was like, boy, you told me you was shot and everything. I really thought I had been shot like 3-4 times. And I thought I had killed people.
Wow.
Yeah. That hallucination is something serious.
Damn.
That's crazy work. I done had some stories. See, I never did nothing outside of weed, but I done had experiences too where it's like when you forced to let it go, you gotta let it go.
What
it's
you
like
said,
life or death.
Because it is.
Yeah, and people think you. Do we got time for me to go into this story time? Just brief. Okay, so I was number weed. I done my first 3 kids. I smoked all pregnancy with them. I remember times where I was so depressed to where I'm smoking 8 blunts a day. I ain't ate or nothing. That was my meals. You see what I'm saying? But I had got to this point where I was like the Bible verse. It give you a verse a day. So I was reading that, but I wasn't really just like I wake up, read that, but I think I was building that word up in me. So I felt like drugs and Jesus just can't coexist. You see what I'm saying? So I felt like they was combating against each other. So I end up telling myself I was gonna go on a fast, and I end up doing that. I said I'm gonna stop smoking weed. I probably stopped for like a week. Then I went back to it. And then I'm like, my birthday coming up, I'm going to get high again. But I end up having this dream. I'm talking about the dream was so vivid. I see the tablet. I didn't see a face or nothing. I didn't see a hand or nothing. I heard a voice, and I had sent this tablet. It said, if you covet weed again, these the amount of giants you're going to have to fight off. And I remember being in a dream, and I was scared to death. I was like, I'm never smoking again. I'm never smoking again. When I woke up, I said, I ain't smoking again. I was house hunting, looking for a house, and I was frustrated because I couldn't find it. I ended up in Mitchell Heights with my brother-in-law, and he was smoking. I said, damn, a giant. I'm already fighting a giant because I can't find this house. Let me hit that blunt. I promise you, mind you, I'm used to smoking 8 blunts a day. Yeah. My tolerance for weed was, I hit this little roach, I puffed on that thing, and when I say the stuff that I was seeing, like, it's almost like an angel said, what have you done? Because now they got the war against the giants that I was supposed to be fighting off. So this dude I was at my mother-in-law's house. My husband was selling, I ain't trying to criminate my husband, but he was sitting there counting money, but he's so into the money that he not watching his surroundings. It's this dude constantly coming in and out the house. He done came out 5-6 times, and I'm watching him. We in conversation. I'm like, you ain't paying attention to what's going on. This dude, I literally saw, like, in the spiritual realm where this man came in, shot my husband in the back of the head, and got, like, trying to rob him. And I'm trying to warn them, but they like, nah, you tripping. I got 2 boys. They end up coming out from the back room. They had books in their hands, but they was holding the books like this. And it's almost like I heard music like, while they coming from the back. And I'm telling my husband, I'm like, look at my boys. He like, what? He was like, they just playing. I said, no, they mimicking the spirit that's in the room. Like, it's a spirit of death in the room for real. And I'm telling him this. He like, you hallucinating. So what I learned was, this ain't literal giants that I'm fighting off. These giants come with something. They bring sickness, death, all that type of stuff. Like, this the stuff you gonna have to fight if you don't let this go. I was done. It was it. That was it. I ain't pick up another nothing. That was it. It don't take much.
Hey, man, we appreciate y'all, man. This has been Box Talk TV, man. This has been a deep conversation with a real good brother, man. If you have any addiction problems and you need help or you really want to get out of the hole, you can reach out and you can talk to somebody that's been through it. You can inbox him. Give them your social media, man, for those that really want to get help.
Facebook, Keith Burgess, KeithBurgess. IG, Mr. I love everybody.
Well, this has been the episode of Box Talk, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in, man. And please share this video, man. Sharing this video could be the difference in somebody living or dying that need help and don't know what route to take. So please share this video. And Memphis, let's heal each other through our content and through love and through being able to just say, man, look, I need help and reaching out. So share this video, man. This video might save somebody's life.
Man, it's been real.